Hi, this is Pastor Josie Weymouth. My message today is called Jesus is the True Shepherd. Okay, so what is the Lord telling us today with this message? For those that are students of the Word, just take notes. You can always go back and study them. Okay, what is the picture that He's trying to paint for us here today? Okay, Jesus is the true shepherd. In other words, my message is about a shepherd and his sheep. Okay. Jesus is the true shepherd. A shepherd is one that leads, that guides, cherishes, feeds, and protects his flock. Okay? So let's see what the Lord has to say about it in the Word, okay? In Isaiah 40:11 it says, "And he will feed his flock like a shepherd. He will gather the lambs with his arms and carry them in his bosom. He will gently lead those that are young." Okay, so our next scripture is in John 10:3-5. It says, "The sheep hear his voice, and he calls his own sheep by name, and he leads them out. When he brings out his own sheep, he goes before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. Yet they will by no means follow a stranger, but they will flee from him, for they do not know the voice of strangers." Do you know that in those days, when the shepherds were in town, what they would do is that they would bring all their sheep there was two different kinds of sheepfolds. One was called a public sheepfold. They would all bring the sheep in, all the shepherds, and they all look alike. They had one watchman that would watch them at night. But in the morning, how did they know whose sheep was whose? Everybody, all of them looked alike. But each shepherd had a distinctive call or a song to which only his sheep responded. They did not respond to anybody else but that shepherd. Okay? And then there's another two different kind of sheepfolds. Okay, one of them is a public one where they put them all in. Another one is a sheep pen. When they're out there in the mountains, they have one that's kind of it's got rocks around it. Okay, and we'll talk more about that one. Okay, but do you know that a shepherd never drives a sheep? He never beats them or he pushes them, but he leads them. Okay, he leads them. And that's what the Lord does to us. He leads us.